Monday, July 27th. Boy, this year's just flying by. Poor old Traitor. What am I gonna do with you? Well, I've actually got an idea of what I'm gonna do. Hello, lizard. Let's see if you're one of those sticky lizards. Are you a sticky lizard? Hey, you're a sticky lizard. That's their salamander, I guess it is. It's kind of a homage to Icon. If you guys have ever watched Jay Leno's Garage, you've seen some of the Icon vehicles that are made. What do you say we get that engine out of there and get ready to throw the diesel in? Sound good to you? I want to get it in there first so that I can figure out what I'm going to do as far as exhaust, and I'm going to liberate the gas tank. The gas tank on there has a hard line, so what I may do is just piggyback this tank into that tank so that I've got just extra fuel and just leave that tank on. We'll just have to wait and see, because this tank will be in front of the engine and the exhaust will be out the right side as you're sitting on it. So that's another thing we need to do, is perhaps mill out a flange that we can weld to some pipe and get a stack built so we can roll coal, right? That's what everybody wants to see. But before we take this out, I'm going to go ahead and do a cold start on it. Just to show you guys how well this old engine runs. Then we'll yank her out, stick her on a dolly, get the diesel over here, set it in place just to get an idea. So hang on for that. Alright, got mufflers on her, got the battery charger hooked up. The battery was flat. Let's see if we can get her to start. We got hemostats holding the kill wire on. Key, some choke, and knee start. Ready? Oh, a big vacuum leak right there. Let's plug it. What do you say? There we go. Knew that number 3 Phillips is good for something. Try it again. Now we might have a fuel delivery issue also, because I'm just using my little squeeze bottle here. Let's see. Feeding it. There we go. Sorry about being sideways. Loosening the cap. Loosening the cap on the bottle. And let's just, well, I can't set the bottle below it. Let's just try it again, see what we got. Key is still on. Oh, lost our battery. But you guys got to hear it run. I've got to run all this fuel out that I just put in it. So let's see here. I'll get my jump pack, throw my jump pack. Ooh, we're leaking. Quit. Quit leaking. Quit. I said quit. Didn't put the spring clamps on or anything, just ran the fuel line. See if we can get her to pop over again. fast again. I ran it out on purpose. I don't like the storm with fuel in them. But there we go. That's such a nice running 18 horse. Yep. Alright. Well, it's the last time it's going to run in Traitor. And it never even moved Traitor under its own power. So now we'll dig out the diesel and set it down in there. See what we have to nip and tuck to get that thing to work. Hang on! Alright gang, I don't remember where I left off. I got interrupted a few times. But there's the 18 horse extracted. Here's the diesel in. Pulled the muffler off. And it looks, it's going to be close, but it looks like I am going to be okay. About the only thing that might get in the way is the compression release, but that's alright. Since I won't be needing the compression release, I can pop the spring and just let it lay down, keep it out of the way. I thought the gas tank was hard lined. It's not. There is a really small section of fuel line, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. But it looks like it might fit without me having to raise the hood and the body. Just have to wait and see. Just has to wait and see. I did pull that big behemoth of a muffler off, and we'll be making an exhaust. Look, it already had an exhaust leak past the back side of that gasket. Be making an exhaust manifold for it, and or rather a header flange, and then I'll get some pipe, get it configured, and we'll figure out what we're going to do as far as the exhaust goes. Only one bolt hole lines up, and then it is short on that side, so the whole engine is going to be moving in that way enough so I can get to both rails. As soon as I get to both rails, then this is already lining up. This is already lining up with our pulley back there, so it'll be fine as far as that goes. But yeah, I'm gonna have a diesel powered Traitor. And I just talked to my buddy who does my decals and whatnot. I didn't talk to him about changing the decals on this, but yeah, we're at least getting started on it, right? I may stick the hood on real quick to see where we're at clearance wise. I do know the hood's going to interfere with the air box, so air box will be easy enough to modify and build something else to work, since there's no fuel or anything like that going in there. Don't really need it. And looks like the only other thing I'll need to do, this is just a flowback vent that goes into the tank, is maybe get a catch can or something to that effect, and have a catch can catch any fuel that's thrown back. But be able to get that gas tank off without any problems. Just a couple of bolts here, and then a couple of bolts on a flange down here, and this hard line just goes from the injector down to the pump, so no worries there. Fuel lines gonna have to go up and around, so I'll probably do a hard line with just a small flex joint right where it goes into the fuel pump. But yeah, and we did a first start on that. I can't get this bolted down, and it's a rocking machine, so there won't be a first start on that, but at least right now. But we're started on it. We got started on it. We'll see what we can do to make it as cool as possible and all that fun, happy stuff. But I know people have been waiting to see this diesel sitting in the frame. So there it is. It has one bolt in the holding the engine, and it's not in the right spot. So like I say, I have to move the engine around a bit, play with moving it forward, moving it backward, and just find the sweet spot, and then mark and blow holes through the frame so that we can get it mounted and then start it. And probably I'll probably go deaf doing it, but we'll start it without a exhaust, and then we'll get the exhaust manifold made, or the exhaust flange made, and try to order some, looks like 1 inch. I guess we can measure it. Oh, my phone's burning up. Let's go ahead and measure how it looks like a 1 inch exhaust. Of course it's metric, so it's probably something metric, but let's see here. Yeah, it's like it's 30 millimeters. Yeah, right at 30 millimeters. So see about getting a 30 millimeter piece of 30 millimeter pipe that I can convince to bend, and should be able to build a bracket. Let me pan back. Should be able to build a bracket off of the gas tank mount to come over and support. But it looks really beefy. I don't think there's much of a chance that I would break that muffler stack out of there, but I'm thinking just come out far enough so I get past the hood and then just go straight up. Maybe do a turnout at the top, who knows, but we'll see. There we go, Traitor's underway. Plenty enough wiring to get to the dash, as you can see, miles of wiring. Knee start will go away. That key switch does it all. And it does have, also has a regulator rectifier and a stator, so it will also charge my battery up and run my devilish lights, my little red LED lights up there. So and that will leave me with the hood and a big gaping hole in the hood. So we'll get some sheet metal, tack weld that in, smooth it out, do the best we can anyway. And you can see here, there's the bolt and screw that's holding my salamander slash gecko slash lizard on there. There we are, and we've got some weather that's been moving in, moving out, moving in, moving out. So I'm gonna call it a day. It's just about 4 o'clock now. Belly's saying it's time to feed me. So I will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. We're finally getting moving on Traitor again. Poor thing's been so sorely neglected for so long. Finally turning wrenches on it. Alright, that's it. Catch you guys on the next one. Later. I'm out of here. Wait. I had to pop the camera back on. I was able to shoehorn it in there without having to raise the hood. I gotta move this. Let go wire. There we go. It fits in just fine. And I took the gas tank, air box, and muffler off. Got the ports covered up, so I got to get that port and the air box port covered. And that's going to be a little tricky to make a pattern, but what I'm thinking about doing is using this air filter. But it's going to be tricky. I'll figure it, and then we'll run the fuel line over to that tank, keep that tank, Crankshaft diameter, same size, original pulley that was on it with the initial build. But biggest thing is, even with the decompression lever up, she shuts and locks, but it does touch, and just touch, the decompression lever. I don't know if we have enough light to see it or not, but let me grab a light. There we go. I don't know if you can see it or not. Well, we can see it right down in there. Decompression lever is the highest thing. There's the, there we go. That's a little better. Just barely touches it. I mean, doesn't even push it down at all. So we're golden. It fits. I'm going to leave the recoil off and find some material that I can make a mesh screen out of and mount it on there. But yeah, it was a lot less work than what I thought it was going to be. Now we'll work on getting that stack, and our exhaust comes out just below the bottom edge of the hood, so no cutting on the hood. We'll just get this filled in, smooth it out, try to antique it, because this is all faux weathering. We'll do our best to replicate that. So here we go. Yay. Traitor's happy. Alright, now the video's over. Later, guys.